Hi guys, welcome to Sports Breakdown. We are doing the preview here of the closing stages of the game of RCB versus Punjab Kings. Yes, it's a Bangalore team versus the Bangalore boys is what you can sum up with. RCB batted first and made an excellent score of 164 for 7. Good knock by Glenn Maxwell. He got his fourth 50 in a row. He made a good 57, ably supported by Devdutt Padikkal, as well as some cameos from ABD in the end, and some good hitting by Shahbaz Ahmed. Now, Punjab Kings, in reply, chasing 165, are at 139 for 5. They need 26 runs in the remaining 10 balls. So it will be interesting chase, I can say for sure, because both teams, RCB is looking to make their playoff spot more guaranteed ahead and get into a good position. PBKS need a win to stay alive in this competition. As we all know, they are in must-win situation. Favorite teams and other teams if it's not these two teams. So please do keep us posted on that. Coming back to the game, there's a boundary now. Shah Rukh Khan, who is batting well, he's a power hitter. We have seen him earlier in those games. His power is a pretty extraordinary player from Tamil Nadu, and he has done well. Then he 22 now of 9 balls. Mohammad Siraj is bowling and has a dot ball here. So let's have a look at the screen and see what's going on in the game. Parallelly, we just like to update you guys with the evening game that's happening here with the Sunrisers Hyderabad in Kolkata Knight Riders in Dubai. Sunrisers Hyderabad, Ken Williamson has won the toss and Sunrisers are batting first. Yes, so that's good news, I can say, for Hyderabadi fans. Mm, that's good. Also, there's a team update is Shakib Al Hasan comes into the game finally. That's a good sign for KKR fans. I think he was much missed in the last game. For Team Seifert, that's a very good choice, I can say. And also for Hyderabad, there is a huge debut for Umran Malik. He's from Jammu and Kashmir. He's a talented guy, but he replaces his own state teammate. I think, sorry, joins Abdul Samad in his team. So that's a good choice, I can say, because he was earlier a net bowler for them, and because of the injury to T Natarajan, not injury, but the COVID positive case that resulted in him getting a game. I mean, added to the squad, and now he gets a game. So that's a huge news for all the Jammu and Kashmir. Uh, People out there to see someone of their own into the 11 and joining with Abdul Samad. So that makes it two JNK players for them. So that's a huge news, pretty much for all the Kashmiri people there. So nice. There's a review here for the RCB game. It's a not out. It was full out ball outside off stump and just missed the outside edge. So that was a dot ball. So that makes the equation even more lesser with 8 balls to go, 22 runs required. And Mohammad Siraj is in here. He balls wide here. So we have two people watching. So please do join. The link is in the description. Please do join us and please be part of our show and enjoy the game. It's a humdinger, I can say, for all RCB fans. This is a huge game if we can win. And following which, an Hyderabad game is also coming up. We can win those two games. It will give us a entry into the top two. As we all know, top two positions ensure you get a double crack at the finals, qualifier one as well as qualifier two. So you can avoid the eliminatory if you're in the top two, as we all know. So RCB will be pushing into the top two if they can manage to win the coming games. This is a huge game for them to start with, pretty much. Uh, Siraj has delivered a full Yorker and a single from Shah Rukh Khan straight to long off. So that makes it 20, yeah, 20 of 7 balls. That's a good over from Mohammad Siraj. But to be honest, today the most impressive bowler again was Yuzvendra Chahal. I think he's proving a few of the critics here with an excellent spell of good quality leg spin bowling. He had the good loop, the going right there, the guile of the leg spinners. He kept tossing it up, though he got hit for a few runs, but he dragged it well, especially those two key wickets of Mayank Agarwal, who batted brilliantly along with KL Rahul, ensured a good opening start of 90 odd for Punjab Kings again. Both have been doing extraordinary well for Punjab, but just that they have not been able to finish it, and nor the other guys down the order have been too consistent in terms of runs for Punjab Kings. So getting Mayank at a crucial stage, as well as following it up with an absolute classic of a leg spinner to get Sarfaraz Khan, was very ideal quality leg spin bowling, I can say. So that was a good win. I mean, that was two good high quality wickets for Yuzvendra Chahal. Uh, so now we are down to the last over where Punjab Kings need 19 runs with Shah Rukh Khan batting along with Moses Henriquez. I mean, how good was Henriquez with the ball today? He got 3 wickets, bowling stump to stump, just military medium pace, just keeping it on that good length spot. He got the key wickets of Virat Kohli and Dan Christian, who came in at number 3 to step up the gas, but unfortunately got out to a thick outside edge and a good catch by Sarfaraz Khan. But for RCB fans, must say it was a very welcome sign to see Maxwell going it, because we do know Sharjah pitch can be a bit tough to bat, or any new batsman coming in. He took his time because at that time even Padikkal had got out, and along with ABD. I mean, I don't know how often it is where two batsmen, which including ABD, got a 50-run partnership, and only AB had about 11 runs, but Maxwell was on 40 or something with three huge sixes, couple of them going out of the ground. That's real quality hitting, I can say, from Glenn, the Big Show Maxwell. Good to see him being more relaxed. I know earlier here he was bought in for a huge amount of prize money, and there was huge pressure on him to perform in every franchise event, be it Delhi or Punjab. But here in RCB, I think having a Virat Kohli and a ABD to fall back upon, I don't think he feels that much pressure to perform, and he's very relaxed and happy, you can see. And end of the day, when you're happy, it shows in your performances, because you're a lot more relaxed. I think that's what we are seeing, the best of Maxwell in this IPL, and for RCB fans, it's a welcome sign, I must say. So all I can say is keep going, Big Show. RCB will be very happy to see you among the runs in crucial situations, not just on flat wickets, those big hits, but on slowish, tacky pitches, which is not suitable for his kind of batting. But he has come good and done well. So that's a huge improvement, I can say, for Glenn Maxwell. It'll also augur well for Australia, also coming for the T20 World Cup. So let's see. Oh, there's a run out right now. Good run out from Harshal Patel, backing up there to get Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan is run out. So that's a huge wicket, I can say, because he is a power hitter. We have seen him in the previous game, finish off games in close situations. So that's a huge wicket, I can say. Harshal Patel. Now they got, who's the new batsman? Harpreet Brar is in. Harpreet Brar, the young Punjab all-rounder. He bowled well, but was got hit for few runs. But he's in there. He's got a couple of runs. He's off the mark here. So that's good. So that makes the situation down to 17 runs of 4 balls is the equation currently. So RCB fans will hope Arshad Patel keeps his cool and gets a few wickets, hopefully. The Purple Patel is what people have been calling him, because he has got the purple cap, 26 wickets already, going for the record of 30 odd. Uh, which is the record of DJ Bravo. He got it a few years ago, 32 wickets. So now he's got a single, this Harpreet Bra. So 16 runs of 3 balls is the final equation now. So let's see how it goes. Let me just share your screen, and let's see how it goes, man. Because end of the day, this is a must-win game for all the RCB fans. We do know it. Before we go on, yes. So another single here for Harshal Patel. So that's 14 runs of 2 balls required now. So that's pretty much an impossible equation, as we do know. Just make sure no balls or wides been delivered. Just keep it tight is what all RCB fans will be hoping and praying for. So go Harshal. Maybe a wicket now can just make it perfect day indeed for him, because he has bowled well, 3.4 overs for just 20 runs. Is a very highly economical spell of 5.4. Brilliant, I can say. Whoa, Henriquez swings it huge out of the ground. That's a six. That's a huge six, man. So that brings down the equation to 1 ball and 8. I think that was a bit uncalled for. You can say, what does Pawan say? Let's see. Uh, 1 minute. Let's see. Pawan has a comment here. Once again, Punjab Kings misses the chase, he says. It's been the story of this IPL so far, Pawan. I agree. If you're a Punjab fan, I must say it's a bit disappointing also. But as an RCB fan, I don't think we'll mind if they mess up the chase also. Don't know how to chase. Mm, no comments on this, Pawan, because the results are speaking on their own. Because we have seen it, they have the capability last game also, but unfortunate. So it's come down to one ball and 8 runs to win for Punjab, just a single. So that's it. RCB win by 6 runs. Huge win, I can say, for RCB. We have Bhasker sir here to join the. Uh, Hello, sir. Hi, sir.
He- Hello, hello.
So big win for RCB.
Congratulations for
Congrats to
winning
all
the
the RCB
match.
fans, huge win. Bit close for comfort, I can say. Wasn't expecting a close 6 run win for sure. Maybe expected a bit more
No,
easier win.
but for a team batting first and winning the match, it's quite
Yes,
an achievement
that's huge
because
achievement.
this has not
Dimansa,
been
Dimansa,
happening
yes, yes.
for.
Very disappointing mess up for PBKS again. Yes, them, I agree. They did mess it up because they were 90 odd for no loss with Rahul and Mayank going well, and Rahul got out. Again, that set the tone as we have seen in the earlier games where one of the openers goes and the other one follows them, and the middle order kind of succumbs to the pressure. We saw Makram, Puran all fail again. So good win, I must say. Credit to someone like Yuzvendra Chahal who bowled a beautiful spell to get Mayank as well as Sarfaraz Khan with an excellent beauty. So that was one of the turning points, I'm sure. Pawan says great win for RCB fans, especially for you. Thank you, Pawan. I mean, yesterday DC won, so today RCB won. I think both of us should be happy. So congrats to all the fans of their respective franchises. Must say it's a huge win. So I think pretty much sure this is the Glenn Maxwell show, sir. How do you rate Glenn Maxwell's performance? His fourth game, he's got a 50 odd. Your thoughts on him?
Yes, I think Maxwell has made a difference both batting and bowling. Obviously, his fielding is there, and I think
Mm,
what Maxwell has done differently this time is that, and this is what they were talking about Nicholas Puran also, right? That he takes
yes.
his time before he starts hitting the shots, and I think that's number one. I think the number two is also that given that they are batting him above EBD, I
Mm,
think that's a huge vote of confidence for him. And I think number four is the right slot for him in that way because. He's not coming like when he was in Punjab, like sometimes opening, someone three, always under pressure. So I think it's a factor of playing for a better team, having a confidence in that way. And I think when they chose Maxwell in the auction also, I think that time Hassan had said
yeah.
that they are not only choosing him for his batting, for his bowling also. So I think just because he's playing as an all-rounder and he knows that he has double utility, I think that's what gelling for him. And I think if you know that he's a good player of spin. He can play in slow pitches. His only test century is in Ranchi. So
Mm,
so he's always a good subcontinental player. In fact, I think he made his debut also in UAE, right, for against
yes.
Pakistan. Just they wanted
Yeah,
to
yeah.
play. So he's always considered. Especially, I think his last stint with Punjab, it was always like Sehwag was not liking him, and Sehwag came and
Few
gave comments
comments.
that match.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I think they obviously
Cheerleader,
this
something I think
come
he said, right? 10 crore
yeah
cheerleader or something.
cheerleader yeah
A bit too harsh,
yeah
yeah.
so some yeah so we basically means that they were not getting along very nicely so I think but I think this match you are right that the match was in the balance and I still thought that the target was getting away from them when Rahul got out and then the match totally
Yes.
turned yeah.
But a big win, must say, because that will give. Let's have a look at the points table now. Just a second. I think where does RCB stand now? Let me share.
RCB is also qualified at 16 but I
Yeah, they
don't think
qualified. Because as
but the run rate is very behind so I don't think they
yeah,
will
yeah, that's a yeah, so RCB is still third. Yeah, but 16 points minus 1.5. So they're third now with close behind Delhi. Delhi have two games with RCB as well as Chennai coming up. So if the results go a bit not quite DC way, then I'll say if they lose those two games, I'm pretty sure they'll be 18 and RCB can beat the Sunrisers hopefully the next game. And that last game between DC and RCB can decide who the number two will be in the points table. As we all know, one and two will give them extra chance to qualify for the finals. I mean the qualifiers and the finals. So that should be a must-win game for both the teams. So let's see how it goes. Your thoughts, sir?
Yeah, I think obviously all three teams have a chance to be in the top two. So I think Chennai also, yesterday they lost surprising loss in that way. So and the last two matches can go anyways. So I would still think, as you said, the DC RCB is a very critical game. I think whoever wins that will definitely enter in top two, until
Yeah.
unless Chennai loses both the matches, then it's obviously a different ball game. Yeah,
Chennai yesterday, I think because of the due set in, I think they managed to lose. But fabulous knock by Yashasvi Jaiswal to start, as well as Shivam Dubey, who came good. Finally, I mean,
yeah.
they had to
It
pick
seems
him
like
sooner than later.
yeah. In fact, yesterday when I was starting of the match, I thought that these guys making five changes seems like of panic, but it seems like they
mm,
are now going. You can say either panic or you can say all a broke kind of a
mm,
arrangement they are going, and I think it worked for them. And I think it was a. Yeah, I think Shivam Dubey, he is an Indian player. I don't know why they were
mm.
not playing him, and they were playing Riyan Parag and Lormor. Obviously,
Ah,
Riyan Parag had not done too
Amaan
much
says
in
I
the
can't.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I did not understand the selection of Rajasthan for so long. Yeah.
I mean, someone like Shivam Dubey, you paid him such a big money. I think you should have played because he's a left-hander power hitter. That is what they were missing in that middle order. Aryan Parag or Lomlor, in spite of their credentials and past records, they are not as such a threat to an opposition than what a Dubey can be. I feel so. Somewhere they messed it up. Too long into a tournament, they got Dubey in. So let's see. Aman says that he can't join us, but no issues. I know we'll come
Can
to
you hear
this
me?
game now, Aman. Yes, sir, we can. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey Rohan.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, can you hear me, Rohan? Now.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Hello, yes, sir.
Yeah. So I think Shivam,
Yeah,
I think I'm not always so bothered about how much money you pay to a player, because that is all about the combination you want. And that time, at the time of auction, those players kind of go in there. And I think like last time we saw, like, because uh, KKR had paid so much money to Pat Cummins, and then they always wanted to play Pat
yeah,
Cummins together, and then the combinations were going for a toss. So I
yeah.
don't think that should be have been the reason, but I think just looking at a combination of Rajasthan. So Shivam Dubey, he's not only a left-hand batsman. That he's a
Yeah. Medium
a
pacer.
lower order hitter. Plus,
Mm,
he's a like a seam bowler who can bowl slower balls in that way. And given the
mm,
picture like Venkatesh Iyer, Harshar Patel, all these guys doing so well, they should
mm.
have actually chosen him much ahead, just to strengthen the lineup and give them a lot more flexibility. And then they can choose to actually drop Morris also, because
Yeah.
in my view now Morris and him are like kind of similar players.
Morris has been expensivest buy and expensive bowler also throughout this tournament, sir.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Yes,
Morris has done.
actually, so to be really honest, I don't like like how Morris. I did not really understand why he went for such a price, but I think they because the Rajasthan. I think it was more to do with Rajasthan's season last time, when they were their death overs, batting and bowling both were very
Mm,
poor, and I think Morris was one obvious solution who can fix it. But to be really honest, Morris is whenever he played for Chennai and all that,
mm.
he was always a decent performer, but he was not a performer who you build your team around. And I think Rajasthan, the reason I think it was so surprising for everybody for Rajasthan to spend so much money on Chris Morris is not because of Chris Morris, because Rajasthan usually don't spend a lot of money on
Yeah,
anybody.
correct.
Yeah, so that is why it was quite surprising. But it was a mid auction. They wanted to have there's usually the budgets. Rajasthan and Punjab usually have more budgets in the second auction, so
Yeah, yeah.
that's how we see it. Yeah.
Anyways, so let's wrap it up with the RCB winning. I think we'll come back to the next game we have, sir. That is Sunrisers Hyderabad versus Kolkata Knight Riders. Again, a huge game for KKR. I'll say this is a must-win for KKR and to keep their top four spots hope alive. KKR made one change. They have Tim Seifert off, and they got in our Shakib Al Hasan, which we had discussed. So
Yeah.
finally, some sense prevails, I can say. Sunrisers have made a huge change. They have got Umran Malik from Jammu Kashmir. I don't know for whom they have got him in. Siddharth Kaul. I think for Siddharth Kaul, he has no, not Siddharth Kaul. Whom did they drop? They got Umran Malik. Uh, to be honest, it's a huge thing for Jammu Kashmir state people, I can say, because they have Abdul Samad as well as Umran Malik. Now, two players from Jammu Kashmir in the same team. I think that's a huge incentive for every Jammu Kashmir people to watch the Sunrisers and back them, I can say. So that's a huge thing because he was actually a net bowler at Sunrisers. The COVID situation for Natrajan got him into the squad, and now he's playing also. I know Sunrisers are out, so they're trying out all options available. But it's a huge moment, I can say, for the young man from Jammu Kashmir, sir. Any idea on Umran Malik?
No, no, I sorry, I've not heard of him. I only had heard of like Parvez Rasool and
Yeah,
Abdul
Parvez
Samad.
Rasool, the first player to from
Yeah,
JNK to play. So I mean, it's nice to see these small states making an impact in the IPL.
yeah.
A few others were also at play. I think for Mumbai Indians, a guy called Rasik Dar had come, but some issue happened and he was off. But nice to see all these guys come and play. So let's see how they go because they have Sunrisers have won the toss and are batting first. Wow, that's
Wow.
a strange thing from Kane Williamson. I thought they would prefer a chase. Anyways, so
Wow,
Hyderabad is batting
that is a
first.
very strange decision given yesterday's due and also the bowling teams winning quite a lot. So yeah,
This
very
is in
strange.
Dubai, right? So I don't know. I mean, batting first, does it make sense in Dubai?
It's not made sense in any match, right? I think especially in the evening games. So this is
Yeah,
like the one of the few matches which this one, and I think as we know, Punjab is not chasing that well. But I think
I
today's
feel
match
sad for
also.
Punjab.
Yeah, today's match, I think RCB, I think if you look at 6 runs, right, it's just like one
Yeah,
hit away, right?
1-8,
One
correct.
hit,
Yeah.
one hit not going, like if Bangalore had 1 6 less or they had 1 6 more, it could have. So it's a very, very close game. But I think they performed quite well. I was quite impressed by Siraj's bowling in the 19th over
Yes,
because even though he went for a boundary first ball, he actually tried to bowl this wide
wide
full
Yorkers.
tosses.
Yeah,
Yeah, kind of. He was bowling full toss only, like.
and he
But
bowled
yeah,
some good slower ones also there to keep it tight.
yeah.
So that was.
So
I feel he has evolved a bit,
yeah, I
Siraj,
think
since
he's
that
much
Australia series.
he's much less predictable now, and then which is I think, and that is what has helped RCB
Mm,
this season.
mm,
That
mm.
Harshal and given that the two Indian bowlers are doing well, then they can just kind of rotate. And I think right now actually they playing Dan Christian is a total luxury. He's an extra player for them, and
Yeah,
yeah, because
yeah.
he bowled 1 over 11 runs, got out for 1 run, but still they won the match. So I think
Mm,
that is a good position to be in when you have got this overseas all rounder who can do the job, and you still actually don't name him. You're just using him as a floater. So
yeah.
that should be the way most teams, if you can reach a stage in that way. Yeah. So that way. So
By the way, on
what?
the sports breakdown, people, we have a poll going on. The question is, who's your favorite player of the tournament so far in the IPL? That is the second leg. The options are Ruturaj Gaikwad, Harshal Patel, Venkatesh Iyer, and Ravi Bishnoi. So please go and cast your vote. Let's see whom you all have voted as the player of the second leg in this IPL.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, sir? Who is your favorite among these? Ruturaj Gaikwad, Harshal Patel, Venkatesh Iyer, and Ravi Bishnoi.
So I think I had already heard of all these except for Venkatesh Iyer, because Venkatesh Iyer is the guy who has made his debut
Hmm.
actually in this leg. So I would go
Yes.
for Venkatesh Iyer in terms of the most surprising factor. I think Ruturaj
Hmm.
Gaikwad, I think end of last season only he scored 3 half centuries,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Bishnoi we know from the under 19 days in that way. So I would
Hmm.
pick Venkatesh Iyer because, and did you read Gavaskar's comment? Gavaskar is like uh, uh, Gavaskar had a comment saying that Venkatesh Iyer is the all rounder India has been looking for. I think
Yes.
they're just hyping
I
the
think
IPL
I,
too
I
much.
think we had discussed this, sir. I think for an alternative for someone like a Hardik Pandya, I can say.
Yeah, but I've not seen him. I think opening the batting and hitting in dead over is a totally different skill. I have not seen until he
No,
bats in the dead.
no. I think he is actually a middle order batsman who is opening here for KKR because of the
Yeah,
options they have.
no, but which I know. But the thing is that, but his success, you cannot.
Success.
Like this
Okay.
is what happens in Test cricket also, right? That all the four people who are always opening the bowling from the state team,
Hmm.
they come and start bowling in.
Yeah, middle.
In the test team, and then they have to bowl first change and second change, and they
Yeah,
kind of don't know. So now it is kind of improved because bowlers have there. But I think in T20, I think that hitting is very different from opening the batting because of the number of fielders. Obviously, he has got the shots, but
Mm.
I think I still think his all-round package and all opening performance is very good, but I would not consider him as a dead batsman at all right now.
Mm. But just an option, just to have a good selection headache is what I'll say. Because end of the day, to have people like him, it's a bonus I can say. So let's look
Yeah,
at what the Hyderabad game is going on. Let's just have a quick
yeah.
look. Sunrisers. Okay, Jason Roy. Riddhiman Shah is out to Team Saudis. So that's a huge start for KKR fans. I know Amaan will be cheering for sure, looking at the start and the requirement for KKR to win here. So let's go, Amaan. That's a first wicket for you guys. Good win will be a huge boost for your
So the match
playoff
has started.
chances.
My Hotstar is not showing me the match only.
Just the second ball, sir. First ball there was a single for Jason Roy. Some misfield has happened, and second ball straight LBW, which Riddhiman Saha missed up nip backer and is a pot plum in front.
Hmm.
So that's the first wicket gone for Sunrisers. Disaster start again. Hyderabad. I don't know, winning the toss, batting first, and you lose a wicket first over. That's a huge pressure on the captain again. I'll say. I don't disappointing campaign for Sunrisers this IPL leg. Even the first leg they just one game. This leg now just one. So I don't know. For Hyderabad fans, it's a very disappointing campaign so far.
Hmm. Cool, cool.
So who's gonna come in? What will change? Bhuvaneshwar Subramanian. Okay, that's a huge wicket. Right.
Yeah. So okay, so let's go
Uh,
to the prediction and then maybe we can close the
yes,
broadcast.
sir. Sure, sure, sure.
So I think this match I am predicting a very typical match.
Mm-hmm.
140 kick SRH, 145 SRH will
Mm.
score, and then they will chase it in like 18, 19 overs. Yeah.
18, 19. I think for someone like KKR team, if it's a 140, I think they should chase it earlier, sir.
Yeah, but with Rashid Khan, they will have to
Oh
block
yeah,
the
yeah,
four
yeah.
overs. So I would nobody really takes the risk in that way, and then you are not trying to close the match earlier in that way. So I
Mm.
would think this would be the thing. I think Chakrabarti and Narayan have not bowled, so they will kind of slow
Oh,
the rate down.
now this is huge. If the Saha had gone for a review, the ball was actually going over the top of the stumps.
Oh,
So I think when it's going bad, everything does kind of conspire against you. So because Saha is one player who can score quick in the power play, that's a huge wicket for Hyderabad. Kane Williamson is in, the captain's in, facing his
yeah.
own countryman in Team Saudi.
I think Jason Roy is the key because Jason Roy is the one who is supposed to be the hitter. So I
Hmm.
think he is the one who can do. But I think chasing is such a big advantage. So it's I don't know
Yeah.
why SRH.
I mean, just looking at this dismissal that Saha said, don't you think someone like the non-striker should be able to judge whether the ball was missing the stump so that can give a clear picture to the striker and batsman?
Yeah, but I think yeah, that's right. But I think Jason Roy is coming from England, right? And he just played one
Mm,
match. I don't think his judgment of bounce was so
I
well.
agree with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, there's a bat and pad
Yeah,
which
inside
will
edge, I
use.
think there.
Yeah,
Ooh. Or else that would be a huge wicket of Williamson.
they're not reviewing it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, no, that's too. Yeah,
So
inside edge.
what
Thin
is your
one.
prediction? So if KKR wins, then they go on 12 points, right? So they will
Yes,
be
they'll go to 12.
jump to fourth place, right? They're already in fourth place right
They
now.
are in four. They'll just consolidate it. They'll distance themselves from this pack of Punjab, Rajasthan, Mumbai, etc.
Okay, okay. I think
So,
Mumbai's chances are looking very bleak because
yeah. I mean, yesterday if
they
they had won, would have been some hope. But
yeah,
currently, I don't.
but yesterday they were not in the game from starting. Like from
Hmm.
the moment the Quinton de Kock got out, they were like
You,
I was following the thing. I think only when Steve Smith, no, when Hetmeyer got out, their
yeah.
chances improved a bit. But till that time, their
But
chances were less
but
than
quality
20.
knock from Shreyas Iyer to steer them home. I mean, in
Yeah,
that
yeah, but
situation to score of Bolt and Bumrah.
yeah, but I think the run rate was very low, right? So he just had
Yeah.
to not play. I think Hetmeyer also played a critical innings. I think he was done by the slower ball, but
Mm.
otherwise, I think Delhi were coasting. There was no chance of them losing in that way. Even though when Akshar Patel got out, there were like some panic.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the whole thing. Yeah, they had depth in that way, and also the reason why I was backing Delhi was that they have no pressure, right? They have qualified,
Mm.
so
Yeah.
they could give license to some players like Hetmeyer and Akshar and all to come and just play overall. So that's a big difference here. What do you
I'll
think
be.
about this Mumbai thing? Like, you think they will come back or no chance?
Current situation, no. If they had won yesterday, I would have put my money on them. But currently, I feel they are depending on too much on other people's result. Like if, for example, today KKR lose, only then they will have a chance of coming into the playoffs. So they haven't kept it in their own hands, I can say. So which is
Okay.
not a good thing to be in a position of. So
Hmm.
someone like Mumbai expected a clinical performance in those crucial games, despite it was Delhi or anyone. Mumbai should have won it from the previous performances in the history they have. So
Yeah.
I doubt if Mumbai will qualify this time. Sorry for Mumbai fans though.
Yeah. Okay.
But
And this match.
what do you think about this thing of Krunal Pandya? Still, do you think he should have been in the squad? He's not quite matching up to his old performances.
Yeah, so but I think Kunal Pandey, what options they have, right? And I think with the Mumbai also like Chennai only, they kind of back players, and I don't
Yes,
think they drop in
yes.
that way. I don't think actually Kunal Pandya's performance was bad. I think the match turned big time. Obviously, they had a slow start, but it's okay.
Hmm.
But I think this that not 16th over with Notche bowled, right, where
Maiden.
wicket maiden, and he got out
Yes.
Pollard, right? That
Hmm.
was the over which turned it, and I think to me, Pollard's wicket was the game changer in
Yeah,
that match.
yeah.
That one over actually changed, and I think uh, looking at these guys also, I think Avish bowled.
He got Hardik out with a cracking Yorker.
Yeah. So no for Mumbai also, I think somebody bowled a maiden over in 14 to 15,
Yes.
a one run over bowled right there.
Oh, the bold, yeah.
Yeah, but it was too late for them, and I think they were just one hit away to getting away from the match. So I honestly think that what is lagging Mumbai is, again, we saw this same Suri Kumar, this middle order we have talked
Hmm.
about them not performing, and that is the
Yeah.
same problem.
Yesterday he looked good, but again, fall short there. Else we
Yeah,
are seeing the Surya of the old that we have seen him.
yeah.
Coming to
So
this match, 1.3 overs. Sunrisers are 5 for 1. Shivam Mavi is bowling here to Jason Roy. So it's been a slow start and they have lost a wicket, so it'll keep them more cautious, I can say. Tomorrow is a big game, by the way. DC and CSK, the battle for the top spot. So please do stay tuned and watch our coverage. How it's
oh
gonna,
wow, so DC
yeah,
had the two games again, RCB and Chennai. Yeah, so wow.
yes, that's why. So DC will be a slightly tougher position compared to the other teams with respect to whether they can solidify their number two spot or drop down to number three.
Great, great.
Let's see. I know Pawan will be eagerly watching that as a DC fan. What happens against a team like Chennai for bragging rights? So let's see. That'll be interesting, and that'll be in Dubai, by the way.
Okay, interesting.
Again, if it's a low scoring, it'll go either way.
Hmm. Okay. Great. So I think that
Right.
they already the second over
Yeah.
going to get over. I think I'm
Yeah.
very surprised they are bowling Shivam Mavi second over because two reasons, right? Because A, they only have two paces in the match today, so they
Hmm.
should save some overs for in the end. And also, secondly, that Jason Roy is the much better hitter of fast bowling, right? His skill.
Yeah. I would
So
have thought maybe Gatin Chakravarti straight up front against him.
yeah, I see. To me, Shakib is also a good option against him
Yeah.
right now. Because Shakib opened the bowling and he can bowl quite the good
I don't know
darts.
why they're not playing Shaki from the start. I don't know. Maybe some controversy
No,
has
no, I
happened or
think
what.
the starting lineup was okay. I think Russell was
No, no.
there.
Once Russell went.
Okay. So that is only one match, right?
Yeah.
Yesterday's match.
And
So,
even after Ferguson injury,
yeah,
Seifert was a very wrong call to be honest. Last game,
yeah.
that was very costly for KKR people.
Yeah, actually, that is the type of call when you look at the lineup only you see that there's a
Yeah.
what are they thinking, and then the odds are always changing against you. So that was not a good call to have. But I think today's call they should be winning. and if Rana can also bowl over here and there, depending on who is batting, because
Mm.
they who are the batsmen these guys have?
KKR.
No, 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 Hyderabad.
Hyderabad.
So,
Hyderabad have Williamson and Priyam
so
Garg,
yeah,
Abdul Samad,
yeah, so they have got Garg,
right-handers
Abhishek,
basically.
Samad, Holder, right? So
Yeah,
technically, they don't have
Holder.
a solid, proven bat
Mm.
in that way. So these are the last two bats because Abhishek Sharma, Priyam Garg, Jason Holder, and Abdul Samad. Abdul Samad, okay, maybe he can bat in the last five
Yeah,
overs, but there's nobody who is there. So their batting is relatively very weak, in
yeah.
my view. So and how they won the last match was because of Jason Roy. So I think Jason everything depends on Jason Roy. So and I think with this bowling which KKR has, I don't think they will be able to uh, hit a score which they is not chaseable.
Yeah, I mean, it again looks like a 130, 140 pitch as you were saying.
Yeah,
So I'm not sure if it will favor any of them. Yeah, maybe interesting close, low scoring thriller again.
yeah, yeah. So
Mm.
hopefully, if like yesterday's thing
Yeah,
on
correct.
DCMI, okay,
Yeah.
inside edge, Jason
Ooh,
Roy.
that was close inside edge for four.
Yeah,
It should get him going hopefully. But Southee's been a smart new ball operator. We have seen him with that three-quarter seam that he has developed nowadays. Kind of nips back.
yeah.
That's a glorious shot. Another boundary from Jason Roy. Nice. So that makes
So,
it
so
14
what
for
happened to
1.
Prasid Krishna? Is he injured or something that they
No,
have
sir.
started?
No, 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 no. He just was expensive the other day
Oh,
to
that over.
Ravindra Jadeja, I think. So form was a concern, I can say.
Yeah, but I think then you have to just find. To me, Prasid Krishna is not a death, especially test
Yeah.
bowler, right? So you're just assigning the wrong route. I think even Mavi was bowling that over. He could have gone for that run. I honestly think that they should try to have Chakravarti for some last couple one over of this
Or even
match.
Narayan.
Yeah.
Narayan's a proven performer.
Hmm.
There are already talks of who people is going to pick for the next auctions and all based on these performances.
Yeah, but that is too early because the auction can go anywhere. I think the
Yeah.
only thing you can do is retaining, and then also that with two new teams coming in, we'll have to see.
And that I
Uh,
think that's on 25th will be decided. Sure.
yeah. So if the two new teams come in, actually that's much better for Indian cricket because that means
Mm.
there'll be at least 70 Indian players playing in IPL regularly.
Mm.
Seven. So that means the depth of Indian cricket will even go much better.
I'll take it one level further. So I want all these 10 franchises to have Indian captains.
Yeah. Okay.
That will give you more wider variety to pick from, and also these people will get more responsibility to handle the pressure. If you
I
put too
think
many
that is
for
going to happen if the 10 franchises have Indian coaches.
in coaching, I'm not sure whether people will go for Indian. They'll be in the support staff, I can assure, but head coaches still
Yeah.
debatable.
No, but I think the challenge right now is that actually you can actually pick 10 captains easily from Indian
Yes, yes, that's the
players.
problem.
The thing is that I think they are not evenly distributed. So if you look
Huh.
at it, Delhi actually, Iyer, Pant, Rashwin, all three can be captains in IPL
Yes.
teams, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, and then if you look at
Punjab, I can say Rahul and Mayank both can captain.
yeah, okay. The Mud Mank has not so much experience, but yeah, okay. And then if you look at let's look at
Mumbai,
the team. Yeah,
Mumbai,
Mumbai. Okay, Mumbai. Rohit Sharma.
Surya, Rohit, yeah.
So yeah, Surya Rohit is there. So I
Pollard
think
is the captain. I mean, yeah, not
captain. Yeah,
Indian.
but
Yeah,
he's not an Indian captain.
yeah.
But who which other franchise? Say KKR, right? KKR
Yeah, okay.
obviously DK gave it
DK,
up.
Gill.
Yeah, Gill is can captain obviously.
Mm.
In actually in Delhi, Prithvi Shaw is a under 19 winning captain. He can
Yes,
captain. Yeah, yeah. I think Mumbai Ishan Kishan is one. He was captaining Indian under 19
under
also.
19, yeah.
So
With the punt.
he's a guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, so Pant is there. I think RCB obviously next year they will have to choose a captain.
yeah.
So I think if Rahul is available, they should go for Rahul. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, there are talks that Rahul doesn't want to be retained by Punjab. Is the news floating around? Not sure how much true or not until everything is crystal clear. Let's see.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And
smart
which
call.
other franchise has got a foreign captain? Okay, Hyderabad to definitely there. I'm not sure whether they will retain Williamson. So they will go for one big Indian player. So there's no big Indian player
Bhuvi
right
is
now.
a captaincy choice for them.
Yeah, Bhuvi can be the captaincy choice.
He has done in the past.
Yeah, I think they'll retain Bhuvi. That Bhuvi and Rashid Khan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Rashid, I think
Actually, Delhi
no.
so has Shikhar Dhawan also, na, another Indian captain. So like Delhi
Hmm.
so is like five, six captains they have actually
I mean,
cornered them all.
Shikhar, because of age, I'm not sure whether a franchise will go for an older captain. They may want a younger captain for continuity's sake and build their own franchises. This thing, maybe the newer teams which come in may look at Shikhar Dhawan and stuff like that, so that have a senior Indian player to fall back on.
Yes, yes. So I think it depends on where this come because if Lucknow wins the franchise,
Hmm.
then they can even go for Priyam Garg, right? Priyam Garg and in the
Yes,
19 captain is from
he is a
UP.
quality captain.
Yeah.
Not yet performed in
So
the IPL
and
so
what is
far.
the other I think is the franchise
Ahmedabad.
coming Ahmedabad, huh?
Yeah.
So Gujarat. So I'm not sure Gujarat.
If Parthi was there, they would have gone for him hands down, I'll say. Still
Yeah,
available.
yeah, Parthiv, the Gujarat captain. Yeah, but
Bumrah is from
no,
Gujarat, by the way. But
who?
I don't think Bumrah.
Yeah,
But
Bumrah,
Mumbai won't
Pandya,
retain.
all I think that was all the Baroda and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Krunal.
yeah, these players are there. So it will be
Jaydev Unadkat is a Saurashtra captain, by the way. So that will be an
yeah,
option.
correct. Yeah, no, I don't think Jadhav will not cut will be captaincy material. So I think yeah. But I
Yeah,
think
again, these
Unadkat.
guys like Morgan, Holder, these guys may be one of the contentions for some of the franchises.
Mm, I think the problem with locking in with the foreign captain is then your team flexibility is
Yes,
totally
yes,
gone.
yes, yes. That's a huge thing
So
always.
and then whenever you want to flexibility, then lot of hoo-ha is there. Like they have to drop on so many articles
Hmm.
were written, uh, everything was written. So they should
Yes.
probably go for Indian captaincy.
Stability will be a problem.
Yeah. So and
Uh,
then obviously by the time next Indian, where is the next under 19 World Cup should be next year, right? So
yeah, I think the talks it could be in the West Indies, I think, this time, right?
yeah, so another batch of under 19 players will come in.
Hmm.
So that will actually even have more. Yeah. So
Yeah,
right
it's
now, okay, this KKR made a very good start.
yeah,
Three
16
point.
for 1
Yeah.
Sunrisers
The
not
to
going
be like
anywhere.
40, 45 with the par score. So if you don't get to that, then it's like very under par.
Oh, that's she come gone. Jason Roy is gone. Shivama wickets wicket.
Okay.
So I think frustration was building for someone like him. Team Saudi with a catch here. So the second wicket down for Hyderabad. That's 16 for 2 in 3.4 overs.
That's a good catch over his head.
Yeah.
It could have gone anywhere. Yeah.
The previous ball was a no ball, and the free hit that was followed was within a cracking Yorker. So I think Shiva Mavi has developed into a good T20 bowler. I can say at least with the new ball. In
Yeah.
last
I
game
think
also we
he
saw some
already
good.
always had
Yeah.
pace. So I think it's just like so
Yes.
much coaching going on. And they're not playing so much first class cricket. In fact,
Yeah, that's
last year there
something.
was no
Yeah.
Ranji season anyways, right?
Mm,
So
mm.
yeah. So let's see.
Oh, just for update on the women's cricket test match, the pink ball test. The game was drawn between India and Australia. India bowled well to keep. I mean, after declaring 377 for 8, they got Australia to 241 for 9. Only Ellis Perry held fort just after they avoided the follow-on mark of less than 150 run trailing. They declared it Australia with India having lead of 136. India then came out to bat and got about 135 for 3. Shefali Verma with the 52. So that set 270 odd target for Australia, and Australia in the second innings were 35 for 2 when both the captains agreed for a draw with about an hour to go. So it's a huge achievement for the Indian ladies who have hardly any experience with the pink ball, and with just two net sessions, they have played so well in the pink ball. Smriti Mandana was the man of the match, or how do you call it, the player of the match, with for 100. So very good game for the Indian ladies there to share points. And now the T20 series will decide the winner of the tour. So that's a good thing. 3 days time it will start. For Indian fans, the good news is Harmanpreet Kaur is fit, and she'll be available for the T20s as the captain also.
Yeah. So but I think the Australia is the strongest
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
in the shorter form side. So
But the
India,
ladies have really competed well this. tour. I mean, it looked tough from the outside with less practice and these quarantine rules,
Yeah,
but they have stuck at it and done a commendable job.
yeah, and we should have won the one day series if not that for the last ball,
Ah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, that's known Australian umpires. We have seen it from so many years.
yeah, yeah. So that is
I think it's high time now the neutral umpires come back with all these COVID restrictions gone now. Hopefully, let's see.
yeah,
All right, then. Last ball of the fourth over, 16 for 2 is Hyderabad. New batsman in is Priyam Garg. And that's the end of the over. That's a dot ball. So, shall we wrap it up or what
yeah,
says?
yeah. That's it. Wrap it
Okay.
up, and then we'll
Okay,
catch up
then.
tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
fine. So we'll catch up for tomorrow's big game. That's Mumbai Indians versus Chennai Super Kings. Hopefully for KKR fans today, like Amaan, hope KKR do win and uh, be in the playoff contention for a longer time. So thank you all, thank you, and please do subscribe and like Sports Breakdown, and you will get all the insights to the cricket matches that are happening and all around the world cricket information that's been covered here in this channel. So please do like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the Sports Breakdown until our next video. Thank you, Bhasker sir, for your time. Thank you.
Okay, bye
Good day.
bye.
Yeah, yeah, bye. So thank you again, and ciao.